Well, I think I have found one of the most fun action games released lately. Evil West is one of the most fun games I have played in a while. Released by Flying Wild Hog in November of 2022, Evil West is such a fun action-adventure game, and before I dive deeper into the game, I would definitely recommend this game to anyone who is interested in a new story-based action-adventure game. Now, the thing with Evil West's story is that it's really your basic action-adventure story, but I think what really takes it to the next level is the premise behind the entire game. If you haven't heard of this game before, this game is about an alternate timeline of the United States history where there's a secret organization that takes care of supernatural threats all over the Wild West. The main character is Jesse Rentier, who is also the son of the head of the secret organization, and honestly, Jesse's pretty cool. He's your basic shoot first, ask questions later kind of guy, but it is nice to not have him just be some mindless guy who just shoots everything in his way. Now, one downside is that honestly, I could care less about the side characters at all.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
Jerry.
Throughout the entire game, I just never really had any emotions towards any of them. I wish they had more to do in the game besides just sending Jesse out to his next mission or giving him another upgrade. Now, Felicity, the main antagonist of this game, is also just another take over the world villain type, but I think what does help story-wise is that this game is not meant to be such a story-driven based game. What Evil West is really about is having a really fun action game with a ton of great combat, and one choice to help support that was by having this game go off of levels instead of being another generic open world game. Having levels allowed for everything to flow smoothly, and I never encountered bugs at all through my playtime. There were actually a few puzzles throughout the game that did challenge me a little bit, and I never really felt like the puzzles were out of place either. Now, combat is where this game absolutely shines, and going back to how everything felt smooth and clean does apply to the combat as well. The amount of combos you were able to pull off is great, and I never feel like I'm having to use the same moves over and over again. I even feel like Bully Maguire sometimes.
I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye.
Watch out!
Now, there are two different types of combat, and being able to mix using melee and weapon combat helps with the fluidity as well. Having multiple different weapons was a great touch, and being able to switch between the revolver, flamethrower, and even the crossbow made combat much more enjoyable. Now, everything combat-wise is over the top as well, and I think that really adds to the charm, because it never goes completely overboard and ruins the gameplay. There's also a great variety of enemies, so I never feel like I'm fighting the same enemy types over and over again. And another nice touch was as the game progressed, the difficulty went up more and more. The boss fights were also a great challenge, and I'm actually shocked at how challenging some of these boss fights actually are, but I think it hit that right sweet spot of not having the boss be bullet sponges, but also not having them be way too easy to fight either. One complaint I do have is as on the level design itself. Closer towards the middle of the game, the levels started to become really repetitive, and I wish the devs switched up the variety on the level design. Now, another complaint I have is the co-op as well. Now, co-op was a nice addition, but it never really adds anything special, and each player plays as Jesse, so there's not even two different characters to play as. The graphics are just amazing in this game, and I'm really glad to actually play a game that prioritizes how it plays and how it looks as well. The cinematics looks absolutely stellar, and even the main menu looks amazing as well. Now, in the game, the graphics do not downgrade at all. I never experienced any frame drops either. Now, the character design is amazing, and the whole atmosphere of the game never disappoints as well. Evil West is one of the most fun games I have played in a while, and it's definitely one of my favorite games of 2022. I think what really makes this game shine is that the game is over the top, but never tries to take itself too seriously. Having this game be a level-based game really allows the graphics and combat to shine all the way through the entire game. I really do recommend this game to anyone who's looking for a fun action-adventure game, especially if they like westerns as well. Now, this is my first time playing any game from Flying Wild Hog, and I will
watch your career with great interest.
Now, for the future of this game, I really hope there is either some planned DLC or a sequel to this game, because this really does have the potential to become a really great franchise of games. And of course, thanks for watching, and I hope everyone has a great 2023.